Okay, so I don't know what the fuck this is, because here's the thing. We've all seen examples where, like, somebody who was born a man now wants to go play, like, women's sports.
Sure.
Everybody gets very angry, and then they, like, they dominate the... Well, not everyone.
Yeah.
But it's usually, like, a big controversy or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they dominate a bunch of stuff normally, and, like, was that swimmer that just broke all these bunch of records and shit?
Yeah.
Like, okay, so I've never seen the one, though, where they have a guy that becomes a woman or whatever, and then just still really sucks worse than all the girls at the thing.
Yeah, but also I don't even. Yeah, so let's take a look at this, because this is confusing.
This is a weird.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay, so I'm gonna read from this article real quick as we get going.
Sure.
Just to explain what's going on. This is this says from Newsweek: trans skater figure skater makes history, then slips on ice. History has been made at the European Figure Skating Championships. First transgender national figure skater. Speaking to reporters ahead of the opening ceremony, 59-year-old Mina Maria Antikang said it was a childhood dream to represent her country on the ice.
Okay, now typically that's reserved for somebody that's good, though.
If it was your childhood dream, let's play it, because I would think you may have put in a few days practice. Like, I'm going to tell you right now, I can skate 10 times better than this. I could be fucking doing this, like, you know.
Okay, here she comes.
Look at this. What a doofus.
Yeah, what is this?
Oh my god. This is not even, looks fucking extremely beginner skating. Looks like a 4-year-old. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, like, why are you letting why is this person out on the
idiot?
ice?
What is you can't even get up?
Like, what? It's, to me, this is very oddly demeaning.
If I was
like, not what we're doing. What we're doing is empowering, but it makes no sense.
You look like an asshole, son.
Yeah, like, I don't.
What are you doing?
Get it?
I don't, dude. Like, if people don't start openly being able to point out how ridiculous this is,
stop it.
Then it'll never stop. In 2 years, it's going to be somewhere we can't even imagine. You know, I mean,
again, it almost seems as if somebody is trying to blur the boundaries of reality and sense making to the point where nobody knows what the fuck is supposed to be going on anymore. That's what it seems like to me.
Yeah,
call me a fucking tinfoil hat freak, but
like the sort of like fragmentation is deliberate.
It's palpable. It's like, people are getting overwhelmed and not knowing what the fuck to think about anything.
I know.
Now, did I show that?
Can we watch it again?
Yeah.
Did everyone see it?
Yeah, everyone saw it.
Okay. I mean, it's mind-blowing, right? So how does this happen?
Now, first of all, I get it. She's 58. She's almost 60 years old. And I'll call her she, because I'm not a fucking asshole. Whatever. If this dude wanted to be a lady and now he, wants to be a lady, or I was going to say pretend he's a lady, whatever. Or if you believe that your identity and true self is simply dependent on what you are subjectively feeling, fine. But the simple fact is, you can't skate.
Well, okay.
You're 60 years old and can't skate.
Yeah.
So you're not representing anyone in any meaningful fucking way.
And judging by what I saw there, you never could.
Yeah. Unless, what is this?
Unless you were in some kind of fucking horrible accident. And that's the only way. If your back had been broken, maybe I could excuse this. But I don't know.
This just to me looks like, Janitor Rick put on a fucking nightie and went out and pretended he could skate and pranked people or something. It's just very odd. I don't understand it.
At first, I thought was deliberate. And I'm like, is this part of a thing? And then, like he's about to get back up and
everyone
do something
here
crazy. Like this was I thought it was going to be like a fake out, because I'm like, there's no fucking way.
Like everyone in this stadium, everyone that is participating, the other skaters here that are flag bearers or whatever,
they have to be so embarrassed,
awkward. Like everything is just like, what do you? It's like, okay, say Scott Hamilton, right? That's a guy.
Yeah, not much of one, but yeah.
He's close to...
Right.
But, I mean, he's probably this age. You think he'd go out there and look like that skating?
Oh, hell no.
No, he'd be fucking good.
He'd be twirling and
Yeah, it'd be twinkle toes all over the fucking ice. You
Yeah,
know what I
man.
mean? And that's what he does. And yeah, okay, he won't be able to do the fucking triple Lutz like he used to, and maybe he'll do a double Lutz.
Yeah, he'd probably double it.
Yeah, he'll double up with the double Lutz.
Right.
And, you know, maybe his, I can't remember any of the other names.
I don't. He could do an axle. There's axles.
Yeah, triple axle. He's not going to do a triple axle. He might be, single axle. But the point is, he might not jump as high.
You could do like a plie, probably also in figure skating.
Just one of these.
I don't know. Yeah, you could do that, right?
I mean, I would.
Yeah, that's about
I
all
would
I'd do.
plie
Yeah.
fucking a lot, dude.
Just do the whole thing. Yeah, that would have been better than what this fucking idiot did.
Yeah.
And so here's the thing that happens with this stuff is they make like there was some whoever's in charge of this shit made a
Illuminati
made a whole promise like yeah whatever reptilian is running this particular
this charade
figure skating event had made this promise that we're going to include like people from all backgrounds, and I think this was like the only one they could find. Like, we need a fucking
But you
trans figure
don't,
skater.
though. That's the fucking point.
I know, but it has to do with the idea that they had already made this big like promise of like
maybe
all backgrounds and identities will be acknowledged. It's
everyone will be. Well, then
they probably had to trick this guy into doing this.
That's what I'm saying. Like, wouldn't you, if you were approached to do this, be like, oh, what? Well, I don't really skate. You know what I mean? Wouldn't that come up in the conversation? Like, yeah, guys, look, I love where you're coming from, and I love all this, but the only thing that I see hampering this is I can't skate.
They're like, your country needs you, son.
Yeah.
Put on a dress and get out on the ice.
Yeah. Well,
that's how the boys got canceled. We'll see you next week, everybody.
Well, yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on. This coupled with that fucking deaf mute trans singer in Brazil, I'm like, are you guys just having fun with this? Is this some sort of fucking sadistic?
I know.
You know what I mean?
Well,
it's like, this doesn't seem rational by any stretch.
Who has had the internet ever is going to know exactly what's going to happen with this.
Yes.
You should have stopped filming. Like, you should have fucking erased it.
Hide this.
And like, dude, we can't let other countries find out about this. Finland is probably, what, 70,000 people? And it's like...
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever, that's an exaggeration. But there's not that many people there. No. You guys can keep a secret, you know? Like, you should have...
and they're pretty tight-lipped, those Finns.
Yeah. You should have... they're known for that.
Yeah, they're known for... They're also, I've heard, aerodynamic. I'm pretty sure. Although this gentleman, or lady, or whatever, does not look very aerodynamic. Looks very boxish.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. It's getting bizarre.
This is just looking at this image.
And your dress doesn't have to be that short.
Everything about it is just very... I don't know. I don't know. Like, do whatever you want. I don't care.
Yeah,
dress
I don't know.
Put whatever. But this insistence in including people that are not fit for the position.
Right.
This is what we were talking about with Sam Brinton. Like, hey,
have one, you don't have one.
Make sure the person that you're going to appoint to a nuclear, waste position doesn't also have the absolute, narcissism that he can justify just ripping people's fucking expensive shit off because he doesn't have it. Like, that's a thing. So make sure that person's not promoted to these high up positions. When people are not fit for a position or in this case, I don't know, role, I guess you would call it, then nobody's saying you have to do it. I don't fucking understand this.
I've uncovered something here.
Oh, God.
This person has been reportedly skating for 17 years.
Really?
That's what it says. And has had a Olympic quality coach since 2014.
Was he?
Get the fuck out of here! Were
they skating as a man or a woman?
That's a fucking lie. I don't know. I mean, because
I'd love to see some old footage. Because if this person is just decrepit because she aged or poorly or whatever, okay, that makes it a little different. It doesn't really though. The fact still remains. You put somebody out there and paraded them around simply based on their gender or their gender expression or their whatever the fuck you want to. I don't even know what we're calling this anymore.
God, who knows it?
But yeah, the point still remains that you put somebody out there that was just going to simply embarrass themselves.
Right.
So,
yeah, you're not doing them any favors or any community any favors.
Like, I get it.
This article points out also, I just think it's interesting, points out that the performance in the opening ceremony brought a mixed response on social media. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, that's odd.
Yeah.
I wonder who was pro.
Yeah. Stunning and brave. That's all I have to say is one, they said one supporter. That's not a supporter. That's somebody being sarcastic. Stunning and brave has been co-opted by
a troll.
By the trolls. Yeah, obviously.
That's the lols crowd.
So then there were also others who pointed out that she shouldn't have been included in the ceremony as she lacked enough talent.
Oh, well, hey, yeah that's my side.
Yeah, I didn't think of that. Okay.
Yeah.
Overlooking the vision set out by those choreographing the opening ceremony. Overlooking the vision. The vision to what? This is what you wanted?
Yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad they did it. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, we got content out of it, I guess.
It may be a great thing to look back on and be like, man, where did the line be drawn with all this stuff? And it's like, it was somewhere before that.
Yeah. Now, I am thinking of, we do something similar here in the States with baseball games. We have idiots go out and throw out a first pitch. They can't even throw a ball, but they're not supposed to be able to. They're just a celebrity, and it's just for giggles, or you know what I mean? Like, remember who was it? Who's been some of the worst ones? 50 Cent was fucking terrible. I remember he threw it off into the over to the pure left. Yeah, over to the left wing. And there was who else was terrible?